The alarm wakes you. You swing your legs off the bed. Men are moving fast. The captain is in the doorway. His face is pale.
Reactor 4. Explosion. Full response.
He says. The room goes silent. You hear zippers, buckles, boots on concrete. That's it. You're in the fire truck when the cars start coming the other way. All of them. Every lane. You're the only ones going west. Then you see the sky. It's glowing blue. Fires don't glow blue. Volkov is in the seat next to you. He pulls out a photograph and holds it in the light from the window. His daughter, Irina, 4 years old, gap-toothed smile. He shows it to you without being asked, like he needs someone to see it before you arrive. Volkov puts the photograph back in his chest pocket. He buttons it closed. You look at the blue light. You look at the road. You look at the faces in the cars driving past. None of them look back. They already know what you're driving toward. You keep driving. You stop half a mile out. Reactor 4. The roof is gone. Debris scattered across the ground like someone detonated a bomb inside a cathedral. The blue light is coming from inside the open core. An officer walks the line of trucks. His clipboard is shaking, but his voice is steady.
Roof fire.
He says,
Standard suppression. Get your gear.
Volkov looks at you. You look at the building, at the blue light, at the chunks of debris on the ground that are glowing in the dark. Standard suppression. You've done standard suppression 100 times. Warehouse fires, apartment blocks, factories. You know what standard looks like. This isn't it. The dosimeters they hand out at the perimeter read up to 3.6 Roentgen. You clip yours to your jacket. It reads 3.6 immediately. The needle is pinned at the top before you've taken 10 steps. You tap it with your finger. It doesn't move. You could turn around, walk back to the truck, drive east with everyone else. Nobody would blame you. Nobody would even know. You look at the men walking beside you. None of them are checking theirs. None of them know what 3.6 means when it's instant. You keep walking. The building gets closer. The blue light gets brighter. The dosimeter reads 3.6. It will read 3.6 for the rest of the night. You climb the ladder to the roof. The tar under your boots is soft, melting, not from heat. The surface is warm from underneath. Black rocks are scattered everywhere. Chunks of something heavy. Volkov crouches beside one, doesn't touch it. Marchuk picks one up. His glove burns through in 3 seconds. A hole the size of a coin. The skin underneath already red.
Don't touch the rocks.
You shout. 3 men already have. Barehanded, like stones from a campfire. The rocks are graphite. From the reactor core. The core that's supposed to be under a 1,000-ton concrete lid. Behind steel. Behind walls. It's on the roof. You're standing on top of it. You grab your radio. You call the officer at the perimeter.
The dosimeters are maxed. The graphite is from the core. We need proper readings.
His voice comes back flat.
The dosimeter reads 3.6. Continue suppression. The dosimeter is pinned. It can't read higher. Then 3.6 is the reading. Continue.
Volkov heard the whole exchange. He looks at you. You look at him. Neither of you says a word.
Water.
Someone shouts. You open the hose. Steam explodes upward. The fire doesn't go out. It spreads sideways, feeding on something you can't see. Behind you, Tishura drops, hands and knees, his whole body contracting. Ignatenko drags him toward the ladder. You keep spraying water at something water can't fix. A helicopter appears from the south, low and fast, searchlight cutting through the smoke. It banks toward the building, toward you. Then it stops, hovers, 200 yards out. You can see the pilot through the glass. He's looking at the open core, at the blue light. The helicopter turns, banks hard east, and leaves. He looked at what you're standing on and decided his life was worth more than your orders. He's right, and you're still here. 40 minutes later, they pull you off the roof. Controlled, not out. There's a difference. You come down the ladder. Your legs barely hold. The ground level is chaos now. A fleet of ambulances, men on stretchers, A doctor, not a military one, a civilian pulled from the hospital in Pripyat, is checking pupils with a penlight. He shines it in your eyes, holds it there too long. His face changes. He doesn't say anything. He writes something on a card and hands it to a nurse. You grab his wrist.
What did you write?
He pulls his arm free, walks to the next man. You look at the card in the nurse's hands. A number, not 3.6, a real one, 4 digits. She sees you looking. She flips it over. An officer is on the phone 50 yards away. He's shouting, not at the fire, at Moscow. You catch fragments.
Incorrect readings. Request high-range dosimeters. I understand, but the man on the roof.
He goes quiet, listens, hangs up. He walks past you without making eye contact. He gets into a car and sits there. Doesn't drive, doesn't move, just sits behind the wheel staring at the dashboard. That's when you understand something. The people giving orders tonight are not making mistakes. They're making decisions. And the decision is that your life costs less than the truth. Volkov is sitting on the bumper of an ambulance, still upright, barely. His hands are on his knees and his head hangs forward. You sit beside him.
You need to get in one of those.
You tell him.
So do you.
He says. 2 men help him toward the ambulance. He looks back at you once. He doesn't wave. He doesn't speak. He just looks. The corner of the photograph sticks out of his chest pocket. He buttoned it in before the roof. Irina. It's still there. The door closes. Across the road, a woman stands behind the tape line. She's in a nightgown, slippers, hair still pinned for bed. She's holding a dosimeter card and reading it like it's written in a language she doesn't speak. A soldier tells her to move back. She doesn't move. She asks him something. He doesn't answer. She asks again, louder this time. Then she ducks under the tape, walks straight toward the reactor building, toward you. The soldier shouts. She doesn't stop. She's calling a name over and over, the same name. She's looking for someone. One of the men on the roof, one of the men in the ambulances, one of the men who isn't answering his phone. 2 soldiers grab her. She fights them, kicking, screaming the name so loud it echoes off the building walls. Her slipper comes off in the mud. She doesn't notice. They carry her back, behind the tape. She goes limp in their arms, not unconscious, just empty, like something inside her switched off. She sits on the ground in one slipper. She doesn't cry. She just stares at the building. You know whose name she was screaming. It belongs to a man they carried off the roof 20 minutes ago, the one who picked up the graphite barehanded. Then the engineers arrive. They're not looking at the fire. They're not looking at the roof or the debris or the men being loaded into ambulances. They're looking at the ground, at the building, at something underneath it. One of them, Ananenko, has blueprints. He unrolls them on the hood of a truck. His finger traces a line along the lower levels and stops. You walk over. You look at where his finger is pointing. Sublevels, flooded corridors, coolant pools filled with water from the firefighting. Your water. The water you spent 3 hours pumping onto a roof? It's all sitting underneath the reactor now, and the molten core is burning downward, eating through concrete, floor by floor.
If it reaches the water,
Ananenko says. He doesn't finish the sentence. He doesn't need to. He folds the blueprints, opens them again. His hands are steady. His voice isn't.
there are manual valves in the sublevel. 2 of them. Someone has to go in and open them by hand.
How long do we have?
Hours, maybe less.
You look at the ambulances, at the stretchers, at the door that closed behind Volkov, at your hands, which have been shaking for 2 hours and won't stop. You should get in one of those ambulances. Your body is already failing. You can feel it. The throat, the headache, the tremor in your fingers. Bezpalov steps forward. He's younger than the others. He's already holding a flashlight. Already decided.
Someone has to go down.
He says. You take the flashlight from him.
I'll go.
You say. 3 of you go in. You, Ananenko, Bezpalov. The entrance to the sublevel is a stairwell off the eastern side of the building. The door opens into darkness. Your flashlight finds water immediately. Black. Still. The surface doesn't reflect. It absorbs the light like something solid. You go in first. The cold hits you at the ankle, then the knee. The water is freezing against skin that feels like it's burning from the inside. You keep moving. The flashlight catches a pipe, a wall, a door half submerged. Ananenko reads the blueprints in the beam between steps. His voice is flat, precise. A man who has decided not to be afraid,
Left.
he says. The way someone says left in a parking garage. Left, then a corridor, then right. The water rises past your waist. Something shifts above you. The building groans. A deep, low sound. Like a ship under pressure. Like something heavy falling through floors it was never supposed to touch. Your flashlight flickers. Once, then holds. If it goes out down here, there is no finding the way back. Then the beam hits something. A pipe running along the ceiling, heading deeper into the corridor. Ananenko sees it at the same time.
That's it.
He says,
Follow the pipe.
you follow it. The pipe leads to a junction. The junction opens into a small room, and there, against the far wall, the valves. 2 steel wheel handles, corroded, old. You reach the first one. Your hands are shaking so badly you can barely grip it. You wrap both hands around the handle and pull. It doesn't move. You put your whole body into it. Lean back. Use your weight. Bespalov grabs the handle beside you. Together. It turns. The sound of water shifting. Not draining yet, but the pressure changing. Something deep in the building responding. Ananenko turns the second valve. Faster. You stand there in the dark water. In the quiet. Then you hear it. A current. Starting somewhere beneath you. The water level drops an inch. Then another.
It's working.
Bespalov says. You don't say anything. You stand in the dark and listen to the water drain. Bespalov laughs. Short. Nervous. The kind of laugh that comes out when your body doesn't know what else to do.
We just saved half of Europe.
He says. You don't answer. You don't feel like someone who just saved anything. You feel like a man standing in black water in a basement with shaking hands.
Let's get out of here.
Ananenko says. Your clothes are soaked. Your hands are still shaking. Your throat is still burning. The headache has moved behind your eyes. Your dosimeter still reads 3.6, pinned, same as 4 hours ago. The ambulances are still there. Men are still being loaded. The blue glow from the reactor is still rising into the morning sky. An officer walks over.
The valves are open.
You tell him. He nods. He writes something on a clipboard. He walks away. Somewhere to the east, on a highway clogged with cars and mattresses and families holding babies wrapped in blankets, an entire city is driving away from this place. Elena is in that direction. 55 miles. The coffee cup is still on the counter. The blanket is still pulled back on your side of the bed. The door is still unlocked because you never lock it when you leave for night shifts. You always come home before she wakes up. You always come home. Everyone was driving east. You were the only ones going west. You never stopped going west. If you want to see more stories like this one, check out our last video on the cult leader who ordered his followers to drink poison. Click on it and we'll see you in the next one.